Here we're walking through me doing a French braid on myself. This is going to look a little different than the tutorial that I'm about to show you, simply because I'm doing it A, on myself, and B, I have curly hair, so I don't do all the brushing and combing and separating. I also wanted to kind of see it in fast motion to see what it looks like more in real life. If you would like to see this video slowed down, let me know and I'll gladly upload it or send it to you or whatever you need. But just stay tuned. Right after this, I'm going to do a French braid on a mannequin in real time. I've sped up a couple of parts on that so that you can you know, not be bored. But we will talk about the process and what things work and what things don't. Now here I'm finishing my braid and I'm going to try a couple of different ways to wear it. You can stop there at the end and just add a clip and leave it down in a little pony and you're done. So another option is to just do a bun. The clip I'm putting in now is actually a little too small for this look. I need a bigger one, but it does still hold if you weave it in correctly. Now we're going to finish the braid and just put a small clip in the end. You'll notice that I twisted a little hair around the stick right here to make it hold because it was just a little big for that tiny piece of hair. Here, we're going to roll it, really easy roll, and then clip a pretty flexi clip in. And there you go. Super easy. If you don't like how tight it is, just pull it out and loosen. Your trick here, start tight, finish loose. We're going to start now on the mannequin. I've got this going on half motion. Let me know if I can send you again this video faster. Okay, so I'm starting with 3 sections. I have that just pulled out in a straight line from the front hairline. I'm separating the strand into 3 separate smaller strands, hopefully even. That's your best way to start. I'm going to take either the right or left, either one, and cross that over the middle section, and then from the other side crossing over again the middle section. And you just basically repeat that. Always the outside underneath section, add a little bit to it, either from the front or from a little section in the top or back of the hair. We'll talk about that more in a minute too. Add that to it, cross over again, go to the other side where the strand is again the lower piece. Add to that. You see how I'm kind of pushing my fist up against the hair? That's going to help me keep it nice and tight. If you can start tight at the beginning, you should be in great shape for the rest of your braid. If you have very long hair, you notice how I'm kind of pulling these through. You want to be careful to do that and make sure you don't tangle yourself up. So again, lower section, pull some hair up, add it to your section, cross it over the middle section. So it's always lower section, add, cross over middle. Flip to the other side, lower section, add hair, cross over the middle, and then just again keep repeating. Add as much or as little hair as you want to. It may kind of be where you want to just get a tiny bit so the braid doesn't get too thick in one point or before you want it to, or you may need to add a lot to kind of even things out. It's kind of nice because the thing about a French braid is you can just do so many different things and it doesn't look any different at the end. Another option while you're just watching this braid is to just instead of crossing over, you can cross under. That makes a different kind of braid. I think that's called a Dutch braid. I'm not sure, but that's what I typically do on my hair. I'm not going to show you that today because I don't want to confuse the issue. If you're here to learn how to French braid, not how to do tricks, okay? But it's pretty simple, just the same process. There's a little bit more crossing over to it. So we're just going to keep going. While you're just watching this, my name is Cindy. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I am not an expert. I just really enjoy making simple, easy hairstyles with my LROSE accessories because I've never really been good at doing hair, and these make it so simple and they hold super well. Fun fact, while we start over, I actually taught myself to French braid when I was a child on a Barbie doll and then transferred that over to my hair. So if you have some kind of doll that you can practice this on, or a child or a friend or anyone with enough hair to French braid, go ahead, try it, abuse them. All right, so here's the rear view of me doing that separation. You can see a little bit of tangle there. So this is how it's going to look from the back. So here are some tricks about French braiding. You can pull the hair that you're adding either straight from the hairline or from, say, the middle or back of the hair to add to it. And why you might want to pull from different places, if you want the hair from the face to go straight back or up at an angle, that's going to make a difference from where you pull from. But you always want to add at least a tiny bit of hair so that you're keeping the braid consistent in its size. Also, if you have layers, that might make a difference for you as well. Of course, what you're seeing here is mannequin one length hair, and in where I was braiding, I have 3-ish layers to my hair, and it still works out just fine. And again, I do that usually with my hair damp or wet, and that seems to help it hold a little better and decreases the potential for flyaways. If you have very soft, thin, fine, slippery hair, you're going to want to add a mousse or a gel, or maybe even just hairspray, sea salt spray, something like that to add some texture and grip to your hair. You can also add bobby pins or something like that if you have a spot that's just not going to want to hold for you. You could even put a flexi clip up there at the top of the hair, just for decoration or to help it to hold if you're having trouble with that. But I've never seen hair that's long enough for a French braid not be able to hold a French braid. Sometimes it just takes a little extra trick. But wet and mousse, gel, hairspray, something like that will be your best friend. Again, I'll say watch your ends. If you're working with one length, very long hair, watch those ends smooth and brush whenever you feel you need to. Just make sure you pull that hair through so it doesn't get tangled towards the end. I have ended up with like literal knots in my hair at the ends because I didn't pay attention to that. So you don't want that to happen. You can do braids from the top, from the side, circle around your head. I have mastered that. I think it's best to go upside down if you want to try something like that. And you have a little more control over which way your hair is laying. If you'd like to see that, let me know and we'll just do it again, okay? I'm going to go ahead and stop talking. I'm going to go ahead and speed this rest of this video up because it's going to just be finishing the braid. Thanks again for tuning in. The accessories that I'm using are available on my website, and if you have any questions or need assistance making selections, of course reach out to me, comment, let me know. There's also a link, of course, in the description to shop or to reach out to me with questions, and I'll of course also answer any comments that you have about the French braid or accessories that I'm using. Thanks for tuning in.